Good morning to all. Welcome to a video lecture, a course material on OML 753 selection of material by Vinod Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Rogini College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to learn a topic, material in electronic packaging. The process of material selection for an electronic packaging application involves a variety of consideration, and the end result is often a material chosen for reason not immediately evident at the beginning of the process. This seeming paradox stems from the nature of the work faced by the electronic packaging engineer. That is, the span of the problem faced by the electronic packaging engineer is multidisciplinary and involves finding a balance between the function, performance, manufacturing, reliability, and cost. The selection of material from a set of material includes the following steps. First point is define the dominant consideration for the design, application and consideration, and second one is define any overriding consideration that narrow the field of choice, and third one is review typical application regarding the material selection, and fourth one is compile a list of most likely set of candidate materials, and fifth one is compare the properties of a selected materials and select one or more material that appear to offer the most likely solution, and finally test each selected material physically and against the original design criteria to verify the suitability. These are the steps will follow a selection of material for the set of materials. And the next heading is electrical conductivity. A material may be required to conduct electrical currents. This includes metals and some non-metallic elements such as adhesive, grease, and other component loaded with graphite or other metal powder. If the electrical conductivity is important, then the resistivity of a material must be considered because of electrical resistance create voltage drop and heat generation, either of which may be desirable or an undesirable consequence. And the next heading is thermal conductivity. All material contain heat. However, among the material there is a wide range of thermal conductivity. Good conductor of heat includes metals, and poor conductor of heat such as ceramic and plastic forms materials are considered to be thermal insulator. The cooling of electronic component and the protection of electronic component from excessive temperature is managed by employing mounting device, heat sinks and thermal insulator using material of the appropriate thermal conductivity. And the next one is thermal emissivity. The thermal emissivity is a surface characteristic of a material and to some extent a function of material color. Thus, have highly polished light colored material will have a low thermal emissivity, and dark color high surface roughness material will have a high thermal emissivity. And then thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is a property known as the coefficient of thermal expansion. This material property allow the electronic packaging engineer to predict the linear or volumetric change of a material when the material is exposed to the change in temperature. That is known as thermal expansion. And then strength. A load bearing capacity or strength of a material is its tensile strength, which for many metals is a function of process containing or heat treating. Weight reduction is achieved in electronics by using smaller quantity of high strength materials for forming brackets, structures and fasteners. And then hardness. Hardness is the ability of material to resist denting as caused by load bearing on the material using a dimensionally standard probe. There are different scales by which hardness is measured. The most common methods are Brinell hardness and Rockwell hardness. And then sublimation. Sublimation is the loss of material when the material is exposed to low pressure or elevated temperature. It involves the conversion from solid form immediately to gaseous form, apparently without passing through a liquid phase. This is known as sublimation. Thank you.